Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch.
I'm not trying to get DMC'd.
Let's go. Today I'll be using these sparkly silver dice that I bought for myself at Gen Con. Thanks, me. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 1, matzah.
I've made a huge
What's
mistake.
a matzah?
If you are unfamiliar with matzah, imagine a giant saltine cracker minus the salt. They don't take...
No, that's awful. No, that's just like a giant piece of cardboard.
Taste like much, but I am worried about the structural integrity of this sandwich. And you know what? We're just going to forego the plate entirely.
Holy shit.
And make it on the cutting board. All right, next up, let's roll for Maine. 8, roast beef. All right, not a bad roll. There's definitely worse things we could have gotten here. Anything wetter than this would have just soaked right through the matzah, so that's good. All right, next up, let's roll for cheese. 5, manchego. Manchego is an aged sheep's milk cheese from Spain. It's rather firm. In fact, it was almost...
He's got new tools, dude. He's constantly upgrading. I can't keep up.
too firm for my cheese cutter.
He's got new wires and shits.
But I was able to make it work. Manchego has a rich, nutty, floral flavor. Not a bad roll, all things considered. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 6 arugula and 10 olives. Arugula has a nice, hearty, slightly bitter, slightly peppery flavor that I think should go pretty well here. So fun to say. Olives are very commonly paired with manchego, and they'll bring us a little bit of sourness and saltiness. I'm going to dice them up today, almost like a tapenade.
Good.
We made it all the way through roughage without getting anything particularly wet, so maybe this thing will stay together. Next up,
without getting anything particularly wet, cutting board soaked.
Maybe this thing will stay together. Next up, let's roll for wild magic. 18, Skyline Chili.
I've made a huge mistake.
Oh, I didn't see the thing. Was only a few miles away from a tornado last night. Thankfully, we're all okay.
Skyline Chili.
Yeah, that's the one thing I enjoy about living in the Northeast. Yeah, it's cold as fuck. Yeah, we have tons of snow, but we don't get shit like that.
Pretty wet chili. I don't mind the taste of it, but it's runny. I would almost call it a sauce. All right, and last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. 13, tahini dressing. Interesting. Well, this is actually not that bad. It's very thick as far as the sauce goes.
It is very thick.
Sesame and lemon. It'll be interesting to see how this all comes
Jesus.
together. This took me a long time to try and not shatter the matzah by getting these in here. So, yep. And I'm just going to leave you with the raw audio for me cutting the sandwich in half. So enjoy.
Oh, no. No! Oh, no! Oh, boy. Oh, no.
All right, let's take a look at that cross-section. Okay.
Oh,
well,
no.
It's actually held together better than I thought it was going to. Let's give it a taste. You know, flavor-wise, it's actually not too bad. The Skyline Chili and the tahini kind of give it a Middle Eastern vibe. Structurally, though, very impractical. I'm going to go with a 7.5, and I'm going to call it the 7 Unleavened. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a great weekend.
That was actually, I thought that was going to be like
Monday.
a 5. I honestly didn't think he was going to be able to even cut it. That wasn't bad. Yeah, apparently he said that it was like 2 saltines without the salts, you know? I don't know how often you guys have had saltines, but, you know. All right, let's make sure. Okay, we're good. We're safe.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'll be using this purple nebula set of dice that was given to me as a gift at Gen Con. Thanks. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 6, sourdough. Getting down to the end of my sourdough here, so one of these is
sourdough goated.
But that's okay. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 9, leftovers. The leftovers I have today: a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's. That's a cheeseburger with bacon, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and I had pickles.
How is that
dog,
gonna...
I heard you like sandwiches, so I put a sandwich on your sandwich so you can sandwich while you sandwich. All right, next up.
Wait. At least put it in like the microwave or something, right? You know, like maybe like open it up, take the lettuce off, and then put it in the microwave. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, I don't know. Maybe cut it up into smaller pieces.
On your sandwich so you can sandwich while you sandwich. All right,
no.
next up, let's roll for cheese. 6, it's bacon, horseradish cheddar. This cheese is pretty delicious, and I don't mind adding this to a cheeseburger with bacon on it already. It's almost like one of those stunt burgers where they dump a bunch of cheese on an already made burger. I'm not gonna melt this.
There's a whole piece of bread right there. What? Why? Why?
And those are stupid. All right, next up, let's roll for roughage. 2 cucumber and 4 chives. All right, so maybe I should start thinking about this sandwich as like sandwich inception and really talking about how the elements of the sandwich without the cheeseburger play together. I don't know. Cucumbers are good. It'll be a good crunch. These are fresh chives from my garden. They'll add a little bit of, you know, an oniony kick. They'll be good with that creamy cheese and bacon. I mean, it's a lot, but so far I think everything works. All right, next up, let's roll wild magic. 1, the deck of many things.
Just when you think, no, it couldn't get worse.
Well, the chaos is really here in full force today. I should have known when I rolled put a sandwich in my sandwich. Last time we did this, we had to drink 16 ounces of ketchup.
I remember that. If you've been here a long time, you remember that.
Let's hope for something better today. The Knight. A friendly knight joins you on your quest. This card allows a friend to replace one ingredient on your sandwich. Keep this card until you use it. Hey, all right, it's actually a good one.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right, and last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 19, Bombay sandwich spread. The Bombay sandwich is a popular Indian street food. It is a vegetable sandwich, and one of the main ingredients is this spread made from coriander, mint, green chili, and other spices.
Oh, no,
it's
I'm
tasty
good.
and definitely
I'm all
has
set.
those Indian flavors.
I was kind of in.
Interesting addition here.
I was kind of in until the
I
mint.
don't think
I'm
it'll
good
be
now.
bad.
I'm actually
Let's
all
get
set.
our top on the sandwich.
I'm not trying to eat some toothpaste sandwiches. You know what I mean?
Keep it together. And let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section.
Holy
It's like
shit,
the sandwich
that's
is
something.
pregnant. I don't know what's going on today.
How are you gonna
Maybe
fit that in your
mercury's
mouth?
Gatorade or something. But this was
It's huge.
a lot of chaos. Let's give it a taste here. I mean, I like bacon cheeseburgers. The only strange thing I added was that Bombay sauce, and it works pretty well. I can't get over this. This is ridiculous, even for RFS standards. It's not a bad sandwich. It's a little spicier than I expected because of that Bombay sauce, but all in all, tastes fine to me. What is my life? I'm gonna go with an 8.7 for this one, and I'm gonna call it the Bombaconator. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. I'll see you again on Wednesday.
You know, I used to love Wendy's. Wendy's nuts. Sorry. But there was a Wendy's that opened up near me, and it sucks. And ever since then, I haven't really gotten Wendy's.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Dietz & Watson. Let's see what kind of sandwich the dice will create using the meats and cheeses they provided. Let's get things started with our Roll for Bread.
Wait, how do you... Dude, that's like an actual deli brand. How the f*** do you pull that one off?
2, wheat bread. Did you know that commercially available pre-sliced bread is less than 100 years old? It was invented in 1928. Next up, let's roll for our main. 11, truffle salami. These truffle salami medallions are packaged more as a snack food, but they'll work perfectly well on our sandwich. Medallions are packaged more as a snack food, but they'll work perfectly well on our sandwich. Definitely starting out with rich flavors here, with the savory umami of the truffle and the salty richness of the
Kroger? We don't have Kroger. That's not a thing in the Northeast.
salami. Let's see what kind of cheese we'll pair with it. 1, buffalo wing cheddar. This creamy cheddar has inclusions of jalapeno, habanero, and cayenne peppers, as well as cayenne pepper sauce. It's definitely a bit of jalapeno, habanero, and cayenne peppers, as well as cayenne pepper sauce. It's definitely a bit spicier than I was expecting, but it's pretty tasty. It should be a nice pairing with our truffle salami, and maybe the heat will cut through a little bit of the richness. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 4 chives and 7 mint. Well, it's finally that time of the year where I get to harvest some of the stuff from my garden, including
Oh
these
no,
giants.
not
They'll add
the
a nice
mint.
light oniony flavor.
It
which
was
might get
going
overshadowed
so
by the other strong
well.
flavors, but we'll see. The mint is also from my garden. Fresh mint isn't nearly as intense as like mint candy, but I'm still a little unsure about this one. All right, next up, let's roll Wild Magic.
No.
7 black truffle spread. All right, well, I guess the dice gods thought we didn't have enough truffle to begin with the salami, so we're gonna add some more truffle straight to our bread. Truffle is a pretty strong flavor,
sad.
so
I'm actually
this may
devastated.
dominate. All right, and last but not least, it's the D20.
I will stand on this hill 10 toes tall. Mint, unless you're brushing your teeth.
sauce roll. 13 hoagie dressing. This classic hoagie or submarine sandwich sauce is olive oil and red wine vinegar, along with herbs and spices. It's a perfect pairing for salami, and the acid from the vinegar will be welcome to cut through some of these rich flavors. All right, let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here.
It's probably gonna be pretty good.
Get our
other than
toothpicks
mint.
in to hold it together, and let's watch our sandwich undergo mitosis.
Mint chocolate chip goes hard? No. You know what? You think mint chocolate chip? I'm gonna take it even further. Thin mints? Thin mints. Best Girl Scout cookie is the peanut butter ones. Only followed up by the peanut butter chocolate covered ones. If you eat mint, mint is for only flavoring your teeth brushing ability. That's it. It is for breath mints. It's for mouthwash. It's for brushing your teeth. Beyond that, it is horrible.
Let's take a look at that
I will fight all of you. No. Gum? Okay, gum's okay too.
cross section. That looks pretty good. Well, this is a pretty tame one today. A lot of rich flavors, but nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh yeah, well, that's definitely a lot of truffle flavor, but the spiciness of that cheese helps. Those are the two dominant flavors here. I can't say I'm really tasting the mint at all. I'm getting it occasionally as more of like an aromatic. Yeah, this is not a bad sandwich. Where I make
You might
it
be
again, I
right
might
though. Like
ease off of the
actual
truffle
pieces
flavor
of
just a
mint
little,
from the
but it's
garden might
definitely
not be
the
that
worst ones I've
strong.
had on this show. I
But
think I'm
still.
gonna go ahead and give this one an 8.9, and I'm gonna call it the double truffle. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time on Roll for Sandwich.
I mean, this cheese and salami honestly hard carried. Even if I had to eat that sandwich with the mint, I probably would, but I wouldn't like it. What about peppermint mint hot chocolate? Horrible, horrible, absolute defamation to hot chocolate. Why? I'll say this. Maybe it's a little bit controversial, but anything beyond normal milk chocolate, hot chocolate, is typically kind of weird. The only exception is there was a small time where Dunkies used to make white hot chocolate, and it was actually low-key kind of good, but people hated it, and I thought it was pretty good. Now, the white hot chocolate, low-key, was good. I liked it. I thought it wasn't bad. I wouldn't go out of my way for it. I wouldn't be like, oh, I want to go get a, oh man, I want a white hot chocolate. But if I'm there, you know,